Okay, so this is what you can do using what I've shown you using the 3D stroke and trap code form to create a 3D logo for Jupen. Alright, and this is what it's gonna look like. Okay, so let's create a new composition and we can name it 3D Jupen logo. Alright, and drag a solid onto the timeline. Go to apply effect, video copilot, and element 3D. Go to scene setup, import, you can import the Jupen logo that I've given you earlier. And this is the Jupen logo, and with all the texture. So you can try and put the color onto the logo accordingly to what color it is. Like for the ring, you can put it green, inner you can put it white, okay, and the ball you can put it green. Basically just apply the color or texture according to the logo colors. Alright, and after you have done it, say I just copy this and paste it here. So after you have done it by putting the texture and color, this should be the logo color that you want. Okay, so you just name it Jupen logo. For the layers, create a new camera, and okay. Alright, so create keyframe, go to the frame that you want, and to make the scene more interesting, on the depth of field, open up two views horizontal so you can judge where the depth of field gonna start. So as you can see, this pink color box is where the depth of field start, and if you start here, this is gonna be clear and the back is gonna be blur. so to make the scene more interesting. And you can tune up the aperture. The higher it goes, the more blur it gets. Alright, so maybe 15. Make this to 60. Maybe 20. Okay, and create keyframe for aperture and focal distance. Move it to 2 seconds, and now you can create keyframe for the depth of field also. So once you only open up the keyframes layer, you can actually on off anytime that you want, so easier to control. So say I want to off it, so smoother movement, because if you on it, right, when you move the camera, it takes longer time to move because it takes longer time to render. Alright, so keep it off when you move it. And on it back, is this what you want? Use the second view to see. Maybe 85 or 75. Okay, so 75 is correct. This can be 20 or so. Okay, and we're gonna create we're gonna move one frame behind, so it's at 1 second and 24 frame. So once we go to 2 seconds, we can create another frame or keyframe to a different kind of camera movement. Alright, so we just zoom in to the J of the Drupal. Move it to the part that you want, and on the depth of field, and see if this is what you want. As usual, check from the second view and see if the pink color box or line is where you at or where you want. So you can actually move the focus area, and as you can see, the closer the pink color line is at, the more clearer it gets. So we want the J to be clear at this point. So 105. Of it, go to 4 second, 3 second and 24 frame, and move the camera to the M. on the depth of field and check maybe 115. Make it to 15 for aperture. So now we have our animation. Alright, 20. And as you can see, when I drag it, because there are too many keyframes over here, it tends to move a bit out of frame. So we select all, right click, go to keyframe interpolation, spatial interpolation, we change it to linear, and OK. So this time when you move it, it is smoother. Okay, so from here, as usual, reset it and maybe go closer, rotate a bit, and go to the end frame, reset, rotate a bit also to see much clearer, and that's it. Jump to the end frame. Alright, so on back the depth of field, check from the view tool, and go to the end frame, check the depth of field from view tool also. $750. Okay, so now you can close the view tool, and what we want to do is we need to take whatever we have created from the previous tutorial and paste it to our logo. Alright, so if we close this, you see this is what we have created earlier, the form and the 3D stroke. So if we put together to our Jupen logo animation, it's gonna play as a background. Okay, and adjustment layer also we copy and paste, and also one more layer of 3D stroke and paste it on top. So this will serve as a front layer where it comes up and goes off. Just an extra effect. Alright, so after we have done this, this will be how it's gonna look like after render. Alright, thank you.